look like you need the Painpill. Hi, I'm Dean Bushmiller with Expanding Security. Every Tuesday for 3 minutes, I get out the Painpill to find one thing that can make us more secure, make us better at our job, and make our job better for us. You can come to our free class by going to bit.ly Painpill 30. We're talking about DAC, MAC, and RBAC. Now, we've been brainwashed into saying that the only thing that's out there is discretionary access control, and that's it. There's nothing else. The Windows systems, the Mac systems, or the Linux systems that we have out there let the end user create files at will. And that's the discretionary part, creating files at will. You say, well, Dean, I didn't know we had other choices. Well, that's because everybody's been given these Windows machines that they can do what they want with, or the Mac or the Linux machines that they can do what they want with. And we've forgotten about mandatory rule-based and role-based access control systems. So let's switch gears here and ask a question. How do you build your house? Well, normally what I do is I buy a truck full of lumber and some nails and I start hammering. Well, no, you don't build a house like that. And that's the problem, is a lot of people build their computer systems just like that. When they choose their computers or their operating systems or databases, they're driven by whatever's on hand. Oh, I'll take that laptop. We need to reverse that trend as early as we possibly can. What we need for business is a set of architects who can draw plans starting off with simple tools. If I ask you to build me a simple shed for my organization, you wouldn't give me a set of plans for the Taj Mahal and the shed over on the side. You'd say, okay, well, let's start with the shed and we'll move forward from there. So how do we do that? Well, we ask the business a couple of things and we say, okay, but before buying, let's find out some basic information. What's your mission? What's the policy? And what's going to be your budget? What's the business process data that's being protected here? We can't do this unless we know what you're trying to protect. Who's going to interact with this data? And how are they going to interact with this data? And are you willing to apply a strict set of rules on your data? What are the business rules? What is the business process? Now, it's going to hurt a little bit at first because the system's going to enforce the rules. And the first user on that system is probably going to be some sort of entrepreneur. Now, this can be more robust companies that are out there. But when the entrepreneur is faced with something where the system says no, they go, wait a minute, screw you, I run this operation, I'm telling you what to do, computer, you do my bidding. Well, no, we have to go back and reaffirm the business mission. You program the system for the end user that happens to be the entrepreneur at this point, and they're locked out of what they want to do. You go back and say, wait a minute, this was our business mission, this is a risky behavior that's going to jeopardize everything that you're doing. Okay, so we create a set of rules for the particular systems and we match those up to the security goals. Discretionary access control is usually for availability. Now, in most cases, that's what we want, but there are two other majors out there. Mandatory access control if we have a strict requirement for confidentiality, and role-based access control if we have a high degree of integrity that's required. By the way, role-based usually fits nicely into databases. How can we fix this stuff? Well, let's require the architects to get in at the very beginning, at the business idea inception, and require business leaders to define the mission, plan, and budget very early on. Now, so far I've only been talking about little tiny businesses, but we have to reaffirm these policy fixes for the enterprise because people go off on a wild goose chase. Our action items are to create security terms in the glossary of either the business plan or the employee handbook so people know what we mean by confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Finally, we should go in and match the business rules to the current systems. If you've got a robust organization of 50 or 100,000 people, see if those business rules that you have are actually matching. You can get more by going to expandingsecurity.com or going to our YouTube channel, and you can sign up for more details. This week, I want you to come to our live class on access control systems for Mac, DAC, and RBAC on Saturday at 12:30. You can get there by going to the bit.ly link Painpill 30 5 minutes before class. And hopefully, you don't need a pain pill until next week.